Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Joe Davis here, Southern New Hampshire University, Justice 103, Correctional Systems, excuse me. Just a quick welcome for Module 3 or Week 3. Here are the assignments that you have due, a little different than the last week. There is the discussion question on the challenges of prisoner reentry, and there is a video mini lecture on that to guide you through it, but make sure you take a look at the material in the text. Maybe do some Google Scholar research so you get a feel for the issues. There is also an enrichment video that we'll talk about in a second that deals with it. There is a second discussion board question this week, and that is the beginning of your final project. Milestone 1, you have to come up with the topic for your final research paper, and there is a video mini lecture about this, but bottom line, you're going to post in the discussion board what you want to write about, and of course you have to give a little explanation or talk about why that is, and then your peers will respond to you, and they need to respond or reply with meaningful and helpful information. The example I think I used, if I were to write, I want to write about jail overcrowding in the Orange County, California jail system. And someone writes back to me, replies, and says, "Gee, Joe, that's a really great topic. I look forward to reading your paper." Jail overcrowding is a problem. That's not meaningful. Perhaps what they need to write back is, "Joe, that sounds like an interesting topic. Maybe you want to consider a restorative justice, community corrections programs, things like that." Okay, of course there is a quiz this week, so make sure you take advantage of that quiz. I do review all of the quizzes, and even though it says Module 2, my slide is wrong, it is Module 3. After all of you have taken it, because professors don't develop these curriculum, they're developed by the university, so we have continuity and consistency. The fill-in questions, if it requires a singular answer and you make it plural or vice versa, you get that wrong. So on usually Monday, I go back through all of the quizzes and correct those points. I know one of you's already questioned that. Just stick with me a couple days and I go through all those for you. And then finally, you have a short paper due on your state's prison system. And here's a chance to learn the concepts and whatnot in a generic sense, but then apply them to the prison system, in your home state or a neighboring state. And of course, there is a short mini lecture to go with that. There is an enrichment video for week 3 and a reminder. These are just if you're interested in a little more information, something to stir the creative juices. There is no assignment with this. You can't complete it for extra credit. It is merely an enrichment offering. And this one's a little longer than some of the others. It's about 26.5 minutes. And it's a program called Due Process, produced by Rutgers State University Law School. It's very, very well produced. And it talks about prisoner reentry, breaking the cycle. So it just talks about, as you can read, the insurmountable odds that someone has been in the prison system for 3 or 4 or 5 years. They probably didn't have a lot of skills coming into the system, and now they get dumped back out. So what do we do about that? Of course, we can do nothing and just continue the cycle of recidivism, but we would like to think that there maybe are some things we can do. I hope that gives you a little quick introduction. Keep those cards and letters coming, and let me know what I can do to help you.